we are to lesson 4 now in the Shang-Chi Sight Reading Boot Camp, level 1. There are 50 pieces of music in this series. So we have plenty of chance to really learn these notes and take advantage of really having keyboard awareness. Keyboard awareness is knowing where you are on the keyboard without having to look. You kind of feel where you are. You have a real awareness of where you are instead of having to look down every note. That will develop over time, but you have to give it a chance. Alright, so we're on lesson 4. We are C position, hands together, so you're going to have some more hands together stuff here. My titles sometimes are, just reminding me of things to teach you, to talk about. But we'll take a look here. Let me zoom in like we always do here, and then we'll get it as big as we can for the video. And here's the top line there. And highlighter out. All right, we start. Remember your terms. Now, I keep going over these. You're probably going, oh, why does he keep talking about that? But repetition is how we learn things. What is this called? Treble clef. What is this called? Bass clef. Right hand, left hand. Our brace is over here. Remember, that's the brace. These are bar lines. They separate the measures, right? This is a measure, this is a measure, this is a measure. Each measure has 4 counts in it because we're in 4/4 time. Those are 4s there. Counting to 4 for each measure. We have quarter notes. Quarter notes are the black ones, right? There's a quarter note for you. 1 count, so the first measure you'd count to 4, just like the ticking of a clock. Just a steady 1, 2, 3, 4. A half note is a white note with a stem on it. That's going to get 2 counts. In this case, it gets counts 3 and 4 because the first 2 counts are covered by 2 quarter notes. So right here would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that last one would get counts 3 and 4. This is a rest, a whole rest. I don't really pay attention to it because the left hand is playing something. So I don't have to count that because it's taken care of for me by left hand playing. Vice versa here with the right and left. The first and second measures. So let's take a look at this first line. Now before we started, have you already played through your repertoire? You should have 3 pieces that you can kind of get through. They don't got to be perfect. You can have pauses. You can have little mistakes here and there. But you need to play through those 3 first, okay? It should take, a couple of minutes to do that. Maybe a little longer, that's okay. But do that first, and then let's do this. So do that right now if you haven't, and then we'll continue. All right. A note with a line through it. What is that? You should know very well now. It's a C. We have 2 of those. C. Say it and play it. Next one, what is it? A C. I'm not going to write it. And this one is what? It's on the bottom line. What's on the bottom line? An E. Alright, so we skipped the D and went straight to E. And then we have what? Another E. Now you know that E is on your middle finger, of course, because we're in C position. But remember to know what an E looks like. It's on the side of 2 black notes. Don't just know that it's on your middle finger, because what if we move your hand around? Then it's not on your middle finger anymore. So you need to know that an E is right here. Okay? Not just on your middle finger when you're in C position. Okay, so remember to do that PDF file that had the copy of the keyboard, okay, with your name and all the notes. Go through that. Okay, E, 2 E's. Now what do we have? A note on the second line. 1, 2, what is that? Well, that's a G, right? G's on our 5th finger in C position. 2 G's, and then we go back to, what note is this? E. And this is another well-known folk song or whatever, if you will. You'll recognize it when you hear it, but I'm not going to play it for you till the end. All right, use this opportunity to read. Now, what about the left hand? We have a note on the 4th line, 1, 2, 3, 4, or the next to the top line, however you want to say it. It, of course, is an F. F is our 2 finger, right? We have another F, and then we go down to where? Middle line is what? D, okay? Isn't that D? And then this one's D as well. So 2 Ds. And then what about this? This is an E. I gave you a little chance there to guess, or not to guess it. I don't want you to guess. To say it before I said it. E, because it's in the 3rd space. Another E in the 3rd space. Alright. And then we go down to the 2nd space, which is a C on the pinky. Alright, there we go. Okay. And after that, so the first run through is just playing the notes and trying to say them. Not trying to do rhythm. If you can do rhythm, okay. But I just want you to push the right buttons down, okay? If you're pushing the right buttons down, I'm happy. What is this? C, of course. 2 C's. And then we go to 2 E's in the right hand. C, C, E, E. Let's take a look at the next line. Alright, so line 2. And we're still playing with right hand. Remember to do your highlight if you have trouble. Highlight the top in yellow, highlight the bottom in blue or orange, whatever you want to do. Alright, second line up is what? Is it an E or a G? It's a G. 2 of those. G, G, and then what? E. Something neat that you can do if you're doing this on a computer like me is you have a highlighter program, you can mark the letters in and then just clear them off, right? And then so you can always start with a clean sheet. It's a good way to practice your letters, your note names. All right, left hand is next. What do we have on the 4th line? We have an F on the 2nd finger. There's F's on the 2nd finger, right? 2 F's. And then what do we go down to? The next line down, which is the middle line, that's a D on the 4th finger. 2 of those. And then we have, what here? We have a C. Now it's a goose egg, so what kind of note is that? Is that a half note? No, it's a whole note. A whole note get 4 counts. So count to 4, not fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give it its full time, okay? Now we have hands together, starting right here at this point. And you remember, you can see they do that. You can do this with your highlighter too. Put a line between them, and somehow it's a good visual to know that the hands will be playing together. Now I'll go ahead and give you a big hint on this. We're playing octaves again, which means both hands will have the same letters. That'll be a big help to you, okay? So as we do this, let's take a look. We have C right here. C is the right hand, and this is also a C on the left hand, okay, because it's in the 2nd space. So 2 of those. Give me 2 C's. C, C. Okay? Now what do we go to? We go to the first line on the right hand, which is an E. And I already told you it was an octave, but this is an E for left hand because the note is in the 3rd space. So 2 E's. E, E. Alright, then we go to the 2nd line on the right hand, on the staff, which is a G. Left hand is the top space, so that's going to make that a G. Give me 2 of those. G, G. And now we go down, but it's not enough to just know we go down. How much? What letter? It's an E. An E on the left hand. But it's 2 counts. It's count 3 and 4. 3, 4. Okay? Now we have F's here. Alright, so 2 F's. F, F. Okay, see that? F in the left hand, F in the right hand. And then we go to D's, 2 D's. D, D. Okay, playing at the same time. And let us scroll. And we have E here. Okay, so 2 E's. E, E, both hands have E's. E's are easy because they're on your middle finger in both hands. And then we go down to a C and hold that for counts 3 and 4. 3, 4. And we continue with more C's. C, C. And then we go back back to the E's. E, E. If this is too difficult, you can always do one hand at a time. You can play through the right hand first, and then go back and do the left hand. Even though they're supposed to be played together, you can practice them separately first. Okay? You can go through and play all the right hand notes, and then go through and play the left hand notes, and then put them together. That's a practice technique that you should use a lot. So we'll talk about that more. G's, 2 G's. And then we go to E, and we'll hold that for count 3, 4. 3, 4. Almost done. F, F. And then we have a note underneath the staff here on the right hand, and on the third line on the left hand, that makes those F's. I'm sorry, D's. 2 D's. And then we end up with 3 C's at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I was saying about the hands separately, you can always do this. If you find it too difficult to play hands together at first, just play the right hand. Okay, so we'll just do the right hand up here. E, E, C. C, C, E, E. And finish it out. And then go back and do the left hand. E, E, C. C, C, E, E, G. It's totally fine. I recommend doing that. Okay? And then go back and put them together. E, E, C, 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 E, and so forth. So, now let us go back. Let me zoom. Whoops, wrong way. Back out. I'll play the whole thing for you now. And I'll go ahead and tell you what it is. It's Haydn's Surprise Symphony. You've heard the... so forth. I altered a little bit because the notes don't quite work in C position, so I made some changes, but that's kind of where it came from. It's still a pretty catchy little melody, even though I had to change some of the notes to make it fit in our lesson. Okay, here we go. Top, C position, both hands. Always have both hands in C position, even if your left hand's not playing it. Go ahead and put it there. For our purposes, I may be doing, moving my hand up here. That's for you. You should have both hands on there the whole time in your C position. Here we go. Ready? Go. C, C, E, E, G, G, E, F, F, D, D, E, E, C, 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 E, E, G, G, E, F, F, D, E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both hands. 1, 2. 3, 4. C, C, E, E, G, G, E, F, F, D, D, C, C, 3, 4. Okay, there you have it. So practice that one. Whatever day this is for you, if it's day 7 or if it's day 4 or whatever, you should have this lesson, what is it, lesson 4, written in your new pieces section, your new material. As soon as you get it down good enough, have some pauses, have a few mistakes, that's okay. As soon as you can get through it, cross it off the new songs or new pieces and put it in your repertory, because that's going to be what we'll go through. You'll go through the beginning of every lesson, of course. Now you need to do your sight reading. Whatever time is left, whatever time you have left to make your 30 minutes, get out your flashcards. You should still have 5 for the right, 5 for the left, a total of 10. Keep those in a baggie separate from the other ones. Don't use those yet. And you can start to begin to mix those a little bit if you feel like you're able to. The right and left hand, instead of just doing the 5 on the right, 5 on the left, you can start mixing them if you feel like you're ready to do that. All right.